What's up, guys? Welcome to the White Report. Let's talk about the Raptors versus the Celtics today. So the Raptors unfortunately lost again, which is a bummer because the way we started the season. But Boston has also been playing up and down, and they were also without Marcus Smart and also Kemba Walker, who's been out with an injury. But let's talk about Pascal Siakam first. Pascal Siakam looked a little bit more like his old self, which was definitely encouraging. So in the first quarter, he started out the game by hitting a couple 3-pointers, which is really nice to see, especially because he's been struggling the last couple games. But second quarter, I can't really recall, but he didn't really do much. The third and fourth quarter, he did really well. So he came out aggressive. He was doing his post-up. He was doing his spin moves, and he played a lot better than he has been showing in the last 4 games and in the bubble. So these were definitely encouraging signs. I think he shot about 50% from the field. He didn't force his game, which was really nice to see because I feel like the last couple games and just how we've seen him lately, he just seems like he's forcing his game too much, driving and not kicking out, and he keeps dribbling the ball off his foot or something like that. So today was really nice to see Pascal Siakam actually kind of just let the game come to him. He didn't take too many shots. He played the game the right way, and he was playing smart. And like I said, it was so nice to finally see Pascal doing those spin moves again. And it wasn't like he was just doing the spin moves just for the sake of doing it. He was actually doing really well. So he was posting up players. He's doing spin moves, and obviously it's still a work in progress. He still has ways to go before he plays like his old self, but it was really nice to see him just kind of get in there, get some baskets in the paint, post up, do those spin moves, and let's hope this continues. Now let's talk a little bit about Fred VanVleet, who just absolutely killed it today. He had 35 points, I think, and he just shot the lights out from three-point line and just from the field. And some of the signs that I saw from Fred were he was taking it to the basket. He was scoring. I think this one play against Tristan Thompson, he drove right towards him, and then he put up the ball with his right hand, which was nice to see, and he got that basket. He also did this one move I saw where he drove and then kind of dribbled the ball behind his back like a lot of point guards do to fool the defender, and the defender kind of went off him. And he also took a jump shot, which is good to see because I feel like the Raptors just shoot either threes or they drive to the basket, which was encouraging to see, especially from Fred VanVleet. You don't see him do that too often. So he did that. He took the shot from the free throw line and he made it. Unfortunately, the rest of the team didn't shoot the ball really well from the three. Fred VanVleet was the only one that was really killing it from the three, and he couldn't miss today. He had an awesome game. Unfortunately, we did lose, but he's been good the last couple games. So let's see what he can do next game, and I hope this continues. And now let's talk about some of the other players. So I really liked what Terrence Davis brought to the table. He played a little bit in the third quarter, but he kind of brought the energy, and you could see like he wasn't hesitating even in the fourth quarter. Like he got the ball and he was dribbling and he shot it. No second thought. He had the huge dunk, which I thought would bring some energy to the Raptors, who were down big at that time, but unfortunately it did not. But he also did have some boneheaded plays that fourth quarter when our bench was finally coming back. He fouls their rookie, and it was so disappointing because their rookie just killed us. But I think there's like 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and that rookie was way out in the way behind the 3-point line, and he just fouled him with 2 seconds. That was so hurtful because the Raptors had such a good play where they were defending well and they were coming back in that game, and he did that. And the next play, I think after those free throws, he comes down and then he's dribbling by himself and he comes into 2 or 3 defenders and he loses the ball, which just kind of throws the momentum away. We were down, I think, 10 or 11 points at one point, and he has back-to-back horrible plays, and they kind of just killed whatever momentum. But let's talk about our bench. So in the fourth quarter, we were down huge, and then finally I think Nurse decided we should pull the starters out, and then he put the bench in. He put Utah Watanabe in. He put in Malachi Flynn again, who I'll talk about in a second here. He also, Terrence Davis was already in the game, and then he put Chris Boucher, and also I think Paul Watson was in the game, or Stanley Johnson, one of them. But and we had a huge comeback. We were pressing. We were double teaming them right as soon as they inbounded the ball, which was good because they put pressure on them. Unfortunately, the rookie did have a good game. He would just dribble really quickly down the court and get the ball. And that Williams guy, I hate that guy from the Celtics because he always kills us. He's not only athletic, but he also jumps really high and he moved really well for a big man. And we don't have a big man like that. And even when we put OG Anunoby, he's bigger and tougher than he is. So unfortunately, he did get a lot of rebounds and killed us, and so we did try that. We did a good job, and it was bad to the point where Coach Stevens had to put in his starters back in because there's, I think, like a minute or two left, and we were down 10 points, and I honestly thought we would come back. It would have been really funny to see that, especially because they were blowing us out by like 20 plus points, but unfortunately we did not. So and let's now talk about Malachi Flynn. So guys, I know a lot of people have been on Nurse's case for not playing Malachi Flynn, and this is why. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to shit on Malachi. He is a good player. Unfortunately, he did look very nervous out there. He did shoot a couple 2 or 3 3-pointers in the fourth quarter. He missed all of them. I don't think he even scored a point this game. And he played in the first and second quarter a lot. He got some minutes with the starters. He didn't really do well, unfortunately, but this is why we don't question Nurse, guys. He's a head coach for a reason, and us fans are fans for a reason. So obviously there's a lot of, I've preached this in my previous videos too, there's a lot of stuff we don't see behind the scenes. So coach did play him. Unfortunately, he didn't really do very much. He looked nervous out there. He looked a little bit lost sometimes, but it is what it is. He's still a solid rookie. He's still got time. I think he'll play better in the next few games. Just he hasn't played a game in a while since preseason, so be patient with him. Unfortunately, he did have a really bad game, but it is what it is, So another player I want to talk about is OG Anunoby. So OG Anunoby's just looked terrible from the three-point line the last 2 or 3 games. He has hit I think maybe 3-pointers, not even the last couple games, and he shot quite a bit. So he did not have a good game at all. He did get some points. He finally started driving a bit more. He had that one play where he drove and then he got an and one. But I think he needs to play a bit more aggressive. He needs to stop shooting so many threes. He's obviously struggling at the moment. So I do think OG needs to step it up a little bit. Kyle Lowry had an okay game. He struggled a bit, but I mean, Kyle Lowry's getting older. We need to realize we can't really be depending on him as we did in the past. And he's been balling out for us this whole season. So I'm not gonna shit on Kyle Lowry. He's been amazing for us. So besides that, I've been high on Utah since preseason. So Utah Watanabe had this play against Jason Tatum when Boston's starters were put back in the game. He's guarding Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum tried to drive on him, and obviously Utah's a big body, so he was right in him, and he was defending it well. And I think he even caused Jason Tatum to miss, which was rare because he just torched us tonight. He just was hitting impossible threes, everything, step back, everything, and I mean, obviously our defense could be a lot better, but we got to give props to where, when a player is just lighting it up, and Jason Tatum just killed us tonight, and he dropped, I think, 40 points or something like that. So you got to give him props. You know what? We tried. We had Stanley Johnson on him, who I thought was doing a pretty decent job. Stanley Johnson did a pretty decent job, and I like the fact that Nick Nurse was trying a lot of different things. He was doing a lot of different players, different lineups to see what's going on, and unfortunately it wasn't working out. So, but let's talk a little bit about Aaron Baines, who's just been horrible the last couple of games. I mean, he had 4 plays right around the basket, so he got an offensive rebound. He put it up and then he misses that. He gets another rebound right away, and then he tries to reverse layup, or he tried doing something and he missed that really badly too. And he did that again a few plays later, and he was really disappointing. Unfortunately, he had 4 shots right at the basket. He missed all of them. So starting the third quarter, Nick Nurse finally put in Alex Len, and Baines didn't see any minutes after the second half. And I thought although Alex he's not going to do a lot for us, he definitely ran a little bit better. There's a play where he ran after the rebound towards the sidelines, and I think he threw the ball off a Celtics player, and we got that ball. So I think he runs a little bit better. I want to say he's a better defender, but he's a bigger body, and he'll get you more rebounds. And I mean, he didn't really shoot the ball, so we can't really say what, 3-pointer. He's not a great 3-point shooter, but he can definitely hit a few. So I think Barnes needs a wake-up call. Unfortunately, he's been slacking the last couple games. He hasn't been doing much at all. So I think we need to give him a wake-up call, bench him next game, and start Alex Len. But our big men were really disappointing. Boucher had an okay game. I thought he got a couple blocks, I'm pretty sure, and he wasn't really doing much offensively. So unfortunately, it was just a horrible game overall for the Raptors. We were up huge, which in the first quarter, we were up 10 points or something. We gave up a huge lead. At one point, I think we were up 10, 12 points or even more. And unfortunately, Celtics went on that big run, and then we never really caught up to them except for the fourth quarter where we tried, and then and it was funny to see Stevens put in the starters, Boston Celtics starters back in. It kind of reminded me of the playoffs games where this one time the Celtics were blowing us out huge, and then we put in our bench players, and their bench players were horrible last season. So, and then he put the starters back in. But I mean, there are some signs to. There are some good signs we can take away. Obviously, Pascal. It seems like he's somewhat getting back to himself, which is nice to see because he's been struggling, and it's so nice to see him go post up instead of just shooting jump shots or 3-pointers or dribble the ball off his foot or leg. So those are definitely encouraging signs to see. Fred VanVleet killed it again. He was shooting lights out, and let's hope it continues. I mean, I think the next game is against the Suns, so they have smaller guards. So I think he'll do well. He can continue on this run, and overall, I don't know what's going on with the Raptors. I think it's time to hit the panic button. I'm probably gonna make a video about how we can solve our guard problems through trades, but it's been a disappointing season. Let's not sugarcoat it. It's been horrible. We're 1-5 right now. I think I was checking the standings the other day. We're second last in the league, which is, I can't remember. I've been a Raptors fan since 2004, and I can't remember the last time the Raptors were this bad, even during those shit years in 2000s. So I don't know what to say. It's been a hell of a disappointing start, and let's see. Something has to be shaken up. We need to trade a few players to bring in someone who can rebound and score, especially at the center position, because we really need a defender, and our defense is really, really lacking and struggling, unfortunately. So that, unfortunately, is another disappointing loss against the Celtics, and it's been a horrible start to the season, and we need to turn it around really, really quickly because it only gets harder from here. We're starting a road trip on the West Coast, so let's see how they do against the Suns, but They didn't play well against the Celtics. Our defense wasn't good at all. So anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to comment, let me know what you guys think of the game, what you guys think of this video. And if you could help me grow this channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Till next time, thank you.